God morgon! God morgon! This is a good morning hug! Alltså du är så söt så jag dör. Kolla på honom. God morgon! Gristorsten. Åh satan vad det är kallt! Good morning everyone! Oh! This is
Crispy.
cold. It's like minus 14 degrees. But what a beautiful day!
No.
Okay, we have something huge to celebrate today. And it's the fact that we have now 1 million subscribers. And it's absolutely insane. So first of all, we want to say a huge thank you. I mean, that's the only way to start this, right? What on earth are we all doing here? Well, you know what we are doing here? We're enjoying Grim's beauty and the beauty of Svalbard.
I can't believe that this day is here and we get to celebrate 1 million on YouTube. It honestly feels unreal. Big numbers were never the main goal, but milestones like this represent something so much bigger. It means that so many of you have chosen to spend your Sundays with us, following along with life on this wild and beautiful Arctic island. And for that, we're incredibly grateful. Never in my life did I imagine that taking a chance and quitting my job and going all in on this dream would lead to everything we do now, the life we get to live, and the chance to share it with you. It was a leap into the unknown, but it turned into something truly magical. Later this year, I will also be celebrating my 10th year here on Svalbard, which makes this feel like a year full of big milestones. These past 10 years have been packed with all kinds of adventures and changes. I uploaded my very first YouTube video just over 5 years ago, and since then my filmmaking has evolved a lot. But my love for Svalbard has stayed exactly the same. We've shared so many moments together, from moving out to the cabin, working at different jobs in the village, enjoying endless long polar night days, building the cabin extension, Christoffer's off-grid cabin dreams coming true, and so much more. Getting to document and share it all with you is such a joy. I genuinely love reading your comments, hearing your thoughts, and just being part of this community we've built together. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here. We appreciate you all so much.
Oh, this is so cold. So today we're going to celebrate by hanging out together, answering a bunch of your questions, and just telling you more and everything you want to know. Sorry, I need to keep it together, okay? Whew. Why is it so cold?
Because it is cold.
It's
a cold day.
Yes, that is very true. Okay, so since I am a baby, maybe we should just go straight inside, make a coffee, and
Keep on going.
keep on going. Yes, yes, that is the one. Oh. Grim, vad har du sett? Har du sett? Vad så fint det är. Nej. Släpp mig. I have to go back and get you. I'm usually never cold. Why am I such a baby today? Okay, do you want to see the view? Oh, what a lovely day. Okay. Gorgeous. Wow. Ooh. Ska du svara på massa frågor? Hej. Jag sitter på höger, du sitter på vänster. Alltså, it's liquid gold. Good morning, everyone. Redo? Morning?
Ready.
It is Q&A time. It hasn't been that long, it's been a few months, but we love doing these kinds of videos every now and then to just answer some questions, especially when we have new people or, you know, we generally get quite a lot of questions because there's a lot of things to wonder about.
It is.
So we asked on YouTube, we also asked on Patreon, and we got, I think, over like 1,200 questions in total. So I've gone through, not them all, but almost all of them. And I've picked out what I hope is answers to new questions or kind of just going through some of the most asked questions again, but maybe shorter. So I'm gonna bring them up and we're gonna get straight into it. All right, let's see. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Will you guys expand the family? Will you stay there in Svalbard for the remainder of your life? We get this pretty often, and I think we answer this kind of question every time. But you know what I love about it? Going back and seeing, what did we say? What do we feel now? So we'll do a quick kind of like answer to it. What do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
I will probably stay here. It's the short answer.
Yeah.
But it's like we said before, I think maybe if we're talking at least 10 years, then we probably have another place somewhere else.
But that plan has adjusted a little bit. First we were like, oh, Portugal in 10 years-ish. We've changed. We're too young then.
No.
We think that's too early. I think it's good to dream also for the future, whether it's like setting a plan in stone or just kind of like thinking what the possibilities are. I think we both were interested in a cabin in Norway, that kind of style.
Oh.
So that's fun.
Yeah. Cabin in Norway would be nice. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Have to figure out it's totally different areas for what you want to do or like the climate or everything. But
yeah, so that would be kind of like right now what we are dreaming of in the future. We still have no plans to expand the family. We're still on more of a no than a yes when it comes to kids, and I think even more of a no. So that's interesting.
no.
Yeah. Okay, for Christoffer, which cuisine would you love to have more available on the island?
If you talk about like restaurant-wise, I would probably like to have a good kebab. I miss that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Kebab. Have you actually encountered a polar bear on one of your walks with Grim? One time. The one out here. I was just about to go out on a walk. I got not very far and I looked out on the ice and I'm like, that's a polar bear. It was pretty far away though. Grim didn't even see it. Not a brain cell in there. He's like, oh, it was reindeer poop. And I'm like, huh. But it was far out on the ice. This whole fjord had frozen. It came walking from the other side. And I think I just walked straight home because I was just about to begin my walk. And then, somebody else called it in, I think. And they just left it alone. I have some beautiful footage though from when it was here and when it was in the Bjørndalen, because it was so far away that I could safely kind of like see it from a distance. It was beautiful. But that is the only time. And like I said, Grim, he didn't even see it.
It is soon time for my May Portugal trip to see my parents, which basically means that me and NordVPN are going on vacation. And Grim, who works so hard all the time, gets a little break from his day job as our internet security officer. I can just imagine he really needs it. Thank you so much to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. I use NordVPN for a lot of things, like watching geo-restricted content, finding better flight deals, and most importantly, keeping my personal info safe, which is especially important when on the go. You know how you always end up connecting to random Wi-Fi at airports or hotels and cafes? Yeah, those networks are not always secure. That's where NordVPN comes in. It keeps your IP address and location private while encrypting sensitive information so no one, not hackers, not shady Wi-Fi, can see what you're doing. It's also super easy to use. All you have to do is open up the app and at the click of a button, you are protected. Head to nordvpn.com/Cecilia or use the code Cecilia to get a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months with a huge discount. It's all risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Let's head back to the video.
Have you thought about being a tour guide or an off-grid living tour guide for Svalbard? Off-grid cabin tour.
No. You aren't allowed to bring tourists to cabins. You have a few cabins who are for tourists, and it's companies who own them, and they take tourists to those cabins. But like locals, when they have a cabin, you can take your friends there, but you aren't allowed to take tourists or to get paid.
Yeah. So no Airbnb in our cabin or renting it out or anything like that. You can only rent your private cabins to locals if you want to. But we will just be having ours for ourselves. Yeah. Christoffer's there all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Spend a lot of time there.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. I would love to see more content around Svalbard. Okay. Oh, lille kosigutten. Our son needs to go outside, so we need to do a little break here.
So, varsågod.
How about having a day in the life or a follow for a day style video for teachers, nurses, etc. So this has been a kind of like a goal and a dream of mine for a really long time, because I made one of these videos early on with Marina the jeweler. Ever since then I've said I really want to do this. The only thing is that I've never really found the pocket of time that I need for it. All of this takes quite a lot of time and planning, and I'm just waiting for the right moment to be able to start that kind of project.
Oh.
It's been a goal and a dream to do more of those videos, so it's what I foresee for the future. When, I'm not sure. I keep saying like I want to do it next month and everything, and then something always pops up and we're so busy and everything. But so that is a dream and a goal. A dream and a goal. So I hope to do that in the future. Okay, I've wondered if you ever had a blanket or duvet blow off the railing as you airing them out. 184 people liked this comment and wanted an answer. So I'm thinking this must be something you wonder. Never, ever. But what I do is I kind of anchor them around the railings if it's really windy, so they stick where they are. But I've never had any duvets blow off. I mean, if they do, they would go straight into the ocean, and I really don't want to lose it. So I make sure I put them out when, you know, it's not too windy or crazy. Do we have a bowling alley?
No.
Do we have a movie theater?
Yes.
Do we have a bakery on the island?
No.
We had one before. They closed down.
Yeah.
So you could order a birthday cake, like Christoffer ordered my birthday cake there.
Yeah.
But now we do have, you could almost say that one of the coffee shops is a bakery. They make some of their stuff and they make their own chocolate and things like that, but we don't have a bakery. Do we have a florist? Flower?
No, we had one.
Oh, we did, but it was short-lived.
Oh, 1 year.
1 year it was open and then it closed. But the supermarket does sell plants.
Yeah.
And I think
and some flowers.
Yeah. What are your summers like? Polar bear problems year round? Do you have more bear issues off-grid living than at your home? How far away from your home is your cabin?
By winter, it is ish like 45 minutes, 1 hour to the cabin with a snowmobile. And it's about ish the same with a boat. It depends how fast you drive. Polar bears. We choose a good spot for the off-grid cabin. It's not so many bears at that street or at that area. You have one bear who's coming in August, September. He's usually there and bully around. But he's not interested in the cabins to break in to be a hooligan, as I said before. There are other cabin areas that it is polar bears almost every week, or at least a couple of times a month. And that's not so fun. And here in Västpynten, they usually come a few times per year, and they just pass by and they don't even say hello. They are more interested in other things. So we are quite lucky. We have 2 cabins who are not that like polar bear area.
Yeah. I think it's good also to note that there are estimated to be around 3,000 polar bears on Svalbard, but only about 300 of those are on our island and in our area, as in like our larger area. So that's only 300 on a very big amount of space, which is also why they kind of know which polar bears are which. So we don't have a huge amount of polar bears around here. So the government usually knows which ones. Like when I was out skiing and I met the man, who by the way was Miroslav Jaks. Grim and I are out skiing, seeing how fast we can go. No, how far we can go in like 1.5 hours was the plan. And then I meet this random man out here. Just a man on his skis in a pulk. He's like, yeah, I just met the governor. They said there's a polar bear here. I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, they say there's a polar bear in this area here, Kaplaila. And that it might go to Barentsburg as well. I'm like, okay. So if you Google him, you see all of what he's done, and it's an incredibly impressive list of accomplishments.
And he's from Czech.
Yeah. Czechia.
Czechia.
So when he's told me that he met the police and they said that there was a polar bear here, they already kind of knew where it was going and where it came from. Like they have their patterns and sometimes they stick around doing the same things. But yeah, thankfully we don't have a lot of visitors in so far. 20 years ago, one broke in. So let's keep that going, you know? Oh. Why are there not any large greenhouses on Svalbard?
A few things. Difficult to find a house for it, or like you aren't allowed to build anything. So that makes it almost impossible. And if you want to do it inside, you have to pay for electricity and everything. And the electricity is quite high. It's almost not double, but it's
almost doubled since the town changed to diesel instead of coal.
I think it comes to cost and house. We don't have the house and it costs too much, I think.
What advice would you give to those just beginning to travel and spend more time doing outdoorsy activities like camping and hiking? What helps you feel confident as you navigate the wilds? I think the most important thing is easing into it, not just buying all the gear you think you need and that would like solve everything, because you might not even like it, to be honest. Do some trips, try it out and see what you feel about it. Good gear is very important, but it's not the most important. The most important is that you enjoy it.
And I think like if you're on the mainland, then it's quite easy to not have the best gear because you don't need it.
Yeah. It's not life-changing like it is up here to have, certain things.
Oh, and I think it's different. Like if you're camping in Montana, could be quite cold, but if you're camping in Florida, I don't think you need the same tent amount. Like it's a bit different. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but you gain your confidence from doing it, without a doubt. You just gain it from experience. So take it little by little, go on small little hikes. It's just like if you want to be a runner, all you have to do is go out and actually start running. That's how you become a runner. It's like it can be 1 kilometer, it doesn't matter, you're a runner. So I'd say that is. Watching you shovel all that snow, why not get a snowblower?
Oh, first of all, it's not very often we have to do it. It's probably maximum 10 times per year. So it's not a regular basis thing we do. And another thing is like when it's stormy outside here, the snow gets really packed and it's no way you can take that with a snowblower. So you have to take it away.
It's a good workout for me. I love shoveling. I feel like it's like outdoor therapy. I don't see the point in taking away a little bit of manual labor to do something a little bit easier, but probably just as fast. Like I don't see the point of it. Some things are just wonderful in the way they are and it can be hard work and that's the point. Do you know what I mean? Every time this one's to me. Every time you leave the door open in the cold, I hear my mother yelling at me in my head, you're letting all the heat out. You see, I'm completely unbothered though. I guess my question is, do Scandinavian parents not yell at their kids for things like that? So there's a thing, you probably do it as well, but we call it Scandinavian vädra. air out. It doesn't only apply to duvets, it applies to your house as well. So in winter, my parents or my mom would open the 2 separate doors and air out the house. So, or like crack a window open, you would do, especially in winter, everything to just air out. So opening the door when it's cold, yes, not for too long to let all of the heat out, but it's a very good way to let fresh air in. And in Scandinavia, fresh air is like health. Do you know what I mean? Like it's what you want in your life. Everything is about fresh air. Go outside, get some fresh air. Go on a walk, get some fresh air. So that's why I never worry when I open the door. It's not long enough to actually cool down the house or anything like that, but it lets fresh air in. So I think that's why I'm so used to it. It's a whole thing. It works together with the airing the duvets. You do air your house out as well. How old is your house? How much regular maintenance do you need to do on it? This cabin.
This cabin that we're sitting in now, starting to build like 2002, and was, I think, they locked the doors and everything was finished 2003. And then we built another one 2020. So, and the new building was finished in almost 6 months. So it was a fast job. The maintenance is like the things we do. Chimney.
Sweep the chimney.
I do that every year. And the heating unit, I clean that one every second week, the filter, but I also clean it 2 times per year, like quite properly. Properly. And sometimes we get a guy up here to clean it perfect, because like a professional guy, he takes all the cabin areas.
Yeah, so not a lot of maintenance, just the regular things to keep everything working as they should. And I think the most important is probably the chimney, so we don't burn down the house.
Oh.
And then this summer I want to paint the deck again. I want to clean the stainless steel.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's a few hours, yo.
Yeah, but I think that could do just, make it a little bit nicer. Small things like that. I love this one. It's not so much a question as it is a statement. I want to talk on it. She says, I greatly admire how you're able to just get up and face the camera. She's talking about me and the fact that I just kind of like vlog in any condition of myself. And it's not something that I, in the beginning, did on purpose, where I just kind of like showed up with my, no makeup and in pajamas and like hair everywhere. I just really picked up the camera in all kind of moments, and I thought, like, if I'm gonna have to get ready first, we're losing like half of the whole experience. And it wasn't even something that I thought that I needed to do. I don't know, I can't remember my early videos if I ever I think I put on makeup a lot more because I was going to like work and things like that. But then, when I started just vlogging our daily life here, these kinds of videos, like makeup is usually not a part of it. Today I'm wearing makeup because today I just chose to put it on. But I also don't feel like it's something that I have to do in order to film. I think it's so important to just kind of see people as they are as well. Not that I have to do that, but I think it's really good for other girls and boys and, people growing up now, that it's not always just perfect. But it wasn't really ever intentional. I think I just pick up the camera and film. Like, I wake up, I'm like, good morning, because I just woke up and this video is about today. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's the same for you. We just kind of like film, like the camera just comes along.
Oh, I don't use much makeup.
No, but I think... So like, it's not anything that was ever planned, but I just really also kind of found it freeing to just show up exactly as I am. And sometimes I do chuckle when I look back at some videos and I've just woken up and I'm there with my pimples, and like, I find it so funny, but in a way where I'm like, oh, I'm so happy that I can do that, and that it doesn't like feel scary or anything. I'm just kind of like it doesn't matter to me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like my face and my pimples is the least interesting thing about me. He's got to go and take care of our son. 1 second.
Come here.
But so thank you so much to this very kind comment, because it was very, very lovely. And I really appreciate the nice words. Grim, what about you? You just show up and you're beautiful, however you are. I wanted to know, what was your favorite moment decorating and revamping the off-grid cabin?
I thought it was quite fine to drive out everything with the snowmobile. That was fun. Because it's a challenge to drive out without destroying anything and pack everything really good, because it's not like, it's a little bit like Tetris. Mm-hmm. So that was quite fun. That was the most fun part, I think.
I think the most fun part was painting, only because it was immediate results and it turned out so much better than I thought. And it was like the first thing that transformed it into our space.
Yeah.
It was like, now it's ours.
Oh, the painting was good.
Yeah. What was your least favorite moment?
I don't know, to carry in everything after you drive it out.
It didn't have
because
to do that.
It was directly after we had some
it was icy.
So it was really difficult to get everything outside, because it was a bit icy outside the cabin. So we had to walk really careful with all those heavy things. So that was probably not so fun.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that. So I was at home with my food poisoning, living my best life. No. I don't know. Least favorite. There were too many fun moments. Oh, no. I know, without a doubt. When I realized that we didn't have the cushions or the sofa cover, it broke me inside, but I had to just keep on going. So every time when, like the whole cabin was done, but we had this stark white sofa without a cover. Oof, that wasn't my favorite moment. We got a lot of food questions, which makes me realize that we have to do more food-related videos, because apparently people really like those. So that could be fun. I saw that we should do what we eat in a day at the off-grid cabin. Christoffer also he's now started making focaccia on the wood stove.
Oh.
It's so cool. So I have to film and we have to show you how he does that. It's a whole special version. He's making his own Dutch oven, kind of. Yeah?
Oh, but I make it easy. Just a pan and a lid.
Damn word.
Lid?
Yeah, it's the T.
Pan and a lid, and then we go.
Yeah, so we can show that, and also maybe a little bit more cooking. Because we got lots of food-related questions, like do we meal prep and everything?
If you're gonna stay there for 7 days, or for example, then I probably meal prep 3 or 4 dinners. And the rest I make there. It depends what it is. Like some things take a really long time and I don't want to do that. And some days we're going out or we're driving snowmobile and you're coming home and you're hungry and you don't want to spend like 3 hours for making food that. So you have a little bit of different. And we bought a freezer for the cabin so we can have in the summertime, so we can do the same. So we actually can prep some food, have it frozen, take it out, put it in the freezer there, and then you can stay longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of just a fridge. A fridge is good, but Svalbard is a fridge.
Yeah.
So we don't need a fridge, but you need a freezer in the summer.
Okay, are you ready for this question? It's about our relationship. Okay, you two seem very happy together and as if you have found a good balance. How have you and Christoffer navigated love languages? Do you know what that is? I'll talk about it. And different routines, patterns when it comes to your relationship. Okay, so I don't even remember the love languages, but it's like acts of giving, acts of service, words. It's like how you show love, and you can either do it through physical touch, or it's like 5 different ones. I personally think that yours is acts of service. You like to do things for me without me kind of either knowing it or just make it happen. And I think that's your love language. Like food, that's also a love language in a way that it's an act of service, is what I'm thinking. Like if I'm going into town and he knows that, he will start my car for me so it's warm, but he might not even tell me, or he'll just do it. You like doing things like that, and you often do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a way of you showing love. What do you think?
Yeah.
That's like I think my love language is giving. I love gifting things. Like it's my favorite things to do is give away something. I don't love receiving gifts. I love giving. What do you think?
No,
could that be?
No, could be.
Because it's not words. None of us are words people.
No.
Like we definitely all the time tell each other we love each other. But I mean, I don't think that's like how we sit and like, honey, I need to tell you something today. We do talk all the time, also give each other love words, but I don't think that's how we show love. Do you think this is correct, my analyzing of this?
Could be.
Yeah, you feel 100%. But now, thank you. On to the next. How we have navigated our different routines and patterns. So I think this is a really interesting one because this is the one we've had to figure out the most. Not that it was like difficult, but when we started working together and we were home with each other all the time, we had to start like working out, okay, but how are we actually going to do this? And it did kind of happen naturally in a way that we just kind of like started, you and Grim do your daily routine. I go into the office, I work and I do the editing, and then we film if we're away and everything. But I think we worked it out so much better now. I think it's important for Christoffer to also get some of his alone time where the cabin comes into play. That's the perfect place.
And I think maybe the lager was a big change for me. Yeah, it's always some things to prepare for trips or for the cabin or whatever it is. So that was a big change for me when I got that one.
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest one because then I actually had a physical place to be.
Yeah. And so our days now kind of look, if we're not away filming or we're not away at the cabin, you know, and we're doing stuff, our day-to-day would be we get up in the morning, we drink coffee, I go do my work, and Christoffer goes with Grim to the lager. So it's like we're away for a couple of working hours every day, and he can be gone to like 4 or 5, and then we come home, we have dinner, we chill, and we do whatever, you know. So that has really become a super good routine for us. It's also really good for Grim. So he gets out of the house. You know, he has also his routine. Oh, I saw a very fun question. It said, I can't find it here. It said, now that Karen Nate is doing so many challenges, does that inspire you? And it inspires me to see Nate doing all of these running challenges to like an insane amount. I find it, those kind of videos are the best thing I know. I love watching people do running challenges. He did the Leadville 100 and he did now the marathon, and it inspires me so much. Oh yeah, and the question said, would you want to do these kind of challenges yourself? Like absolutely. Not that amount, not like that difficult. That would require so much training, but to ease back into that kind of challenge and doing difficult things, absolutely. I want to do, which I say every year, but I've just never felt in shape enough. I want to do the 10 toppar, topptrimmen. Every year we have a challenge up here, which is you climb or you hike 10 mountains in 24 hours. It's all of the mountains around town. I love it. So, but I've never really felt like these last 5 years that I've been in shape enough to do it well. But I feel like I'm starting to get back to that version of me. I'm doing the marathon again, the half marathon this year. I've actually started running for it. I started maybe a month ago, but I mean, that is 3 months more than last year. So I'm thinking that's good. But that is definitely what I want to go back to, because that was a person that I was before. I would do half triathlons or I would do swim runs, and all of that I loved, and I find that kind of challenge to be incredibly, you know, what's it called? Utvecklande. It grows you as a person and it feeds my soul. So seeing Nate smash this kind of stuff out, have you seen what he's done?
No.
I hope he continues to do this all the time, because those kind of videos are my absolute favorite. And I also love Karen Nate's. They're on YouTube, of course, if you're wondering why we're talking about them so much. But yeah, extremely inspiring, and I love it so much. So I want to kind of use that inspiration to fuel me. I loved meeting Karen Nate. That was a highlight of the YouTube life.
Fun.
They are so much fun. And you know, when you watch a channel, you never know how the people are. They are exactly what they seem to be. And even more. I loved them so much. Let's first hope for a successful half marathon. That's like number one. Those are all of the questions we have for today. Grim, he just went to bed. He needs to... Grim! Gibbo! Ja, kom igång. Jag har en fråga. I have a question for you. Kom. Kom då. Look at him. He's just defiant little boy. Kom igång. Ja, flink. We have to do what we always do, end with the furry boy. He has his winter fur. It came in... Come here. It came in very, very late, but it's here. Hey! Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, hello. Are you... He is as beautiful as ever. He has this gorgeous orange, he has his beautiful orange fur. And he loves cabin life. He sleeps there in a way he just doesn't do anywhere else.
He likes to be in the off-grid cabin.
Yeah, like an absolute just potato. He goes into potato mode. No. He's so happy lately. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. This boy makes me so happy. Like, oi. He never sits in laps. He's also started grunting a lot more out of pleasure, like Eller hur? Yeah, it's like he's like a retired boy now, so he's like, oh, that's nice. It's really, really funny seeing his personality change a little bit as well now that he's older. He's become like an old man yelling at people walking by. Like anyone, he's like, what are you doing here? Definitely a little bit too much barking. Don't you think?
Jo.
The barking has escalated to a level that we think is slightly illegal, but we just work with him, you know. How on earth is he sitting here and chose to do this? What's it with you? Oh, it's so sad. All right, we are gonna go now and maybe take off her pajamas. Could be step one of the day.
Start today.
I mean, it's almost 3 p.m. No, it's not. It's not yet. That's the cutoff time for pajamas. Now, cutoff time is actually 1 p.m. for me. I'm like, now is a good time. You are allowed to wear pajamas up until 1 p.m. Would you agree? Every time. I did the vicious one. Pass. Oh, did you see it? A flink.
Yes. Bye-bye.